I have to run right afterwards, so if you guys wanted to shake chat now, or
Yeah, we can just Ryan now.
Hey, Ryan Helfenbein, great to see you.
well, Lynchburg's part of it because we looked at the different cities that were being impacted by violent crime, and Lynchburg is one of them. And so we looked at that, and Operation Ceasefire is, we viewed kind of the three-step process. This is coming from our office in connection with the governor's office. One of its intervention. We're going to push for different intervention programs for young people so they know not to join gang activity. It's a dead-end street. It's not going to get you to your dreams of life, where you want to go. But it's also prosecution for those that have crossed that line. What we have found is the best way to lower violence is to go after these repeat violent offenders and prosecute them and get them off our street. And the last is protection. We heard from a lot of those in the law enforcement communities that witnesses that have seen violent crime, oftentimes they feel very vulnerable. And this is to set up a victim witness protection fund that would enable them to be able to feel, whether it's traveling or lodging, so they could feel comfortable coming forward to testify in court. So they can both get that violent criminal that's caused so much pain in their life and what they witnessed off the street. Well, we're seeing that unfortunately both meth and fentanyl is coming in. We're seeing some of these outlaw motorcycle gangs as well, in addition to some of the homegrown gang activity. And so unfortunately you're seeing an influx of both meth and fentanyl. A lot of it's crossing over our southern border. And every state right now is a border state because we're seeing the activity and some of the openness on our southern border. We're seeing it come to our communities. And what's so tragic, what I'm seeing all over the Commonwealth, are people that think they're taking something else. It could be so much as a Percocet they get at a party that they pass away from. We had 2 teenagers in Prince William County just a couple months ago that thought they were taking something totally different, a Percocet. They died. Another in Warren County, a teenager thought she was taking a Xanax and she passed. So everybody has to be careful. One pill can kill. That's part of our public service announcement that we're pushing, that one pill can kill. Unless it's come from your pharmacist, do not put it in your body. Because fentanyl is the most dangerous substance known to man. We've asked the president to declare it actually a WMD. It's that dangerous. Enough fentanyl crosses our southern border to kill every man, woman, and child in the entire country twice over. That's how dangerous it is. Unfortunately, now it's come to Lynchburg. It's so many areas in Virginia. And Operation Ceasefire, part of our job is to prosecute a lot of these individuals that are selling drugs with guns, get them off the street. If I'm selling you fentanyl, that's like giving somebody rat poison. And absolutely, it's something prosecutors have asked for, to be able to charge a felony homicide for a dealer that gives somebody fentanyl knowingly. That absolutely should be charged. It is murder in my opinion, and so it's something that previously was vetoed by the previous governor. This governor is committed to signing it. Last year it died by 1 vote in the Senate, state Senate. We're hoping this year people's minds can be changed. I think it's a powerful tool for law enforcement to try to send the message, don't sell fentanyl to innocent Virginians who are going to pay the price. The largest division in the Attorney General's office is actually the criminal division, and part of that is the major crimes. So we have designated prosecutors now that work with the U.S. Attorney's Office. We also are part of Operation Ceasefire, are hiring new prosecutors to specifically be targeting those using guns and felonies. Those are a critical component. And the other is just advocate good policies. Nothing frustrates an officer more than seeing a catch and release program when they see people getting revolving door getting back on the street. We want to give law enforcement the tools they need to do their jobs. But it also means having the prosecutors in place to prosecute repeat violent offenders as well. I think that's a critical component. We work closely with law enforcement. We've gone around every corner of the state meeting in law enforcement roundtables. And today is a day for me to show appreciation, but it's also to listen and to talk with law enforcement what they're seeing on the street. Well, the Election Integrity Unit is just streamlining attorneys already in my office. We're the attorneys for the Commonwealth of Virginia. We advise every single state agency. That includes the Department of Elections. We also have original jurisdiction on election law. So part of our job is to make sure our election laws are enforced. Also to give proper guidance, not just to the Department of Elections, but to every registrar in the state of what Virginia law is. But we have a very good Department of Elections here in Virginia. I think we're going to have a very successful election season this fall.
Can you guarantee to Virginia voters that it's going to be a fair and honest election?
I'm not part of the Department of Elections. That's not my place. What I can say is we're going to properly advise every single registrar and the Department of Election of what the law is and encourage them to follow the law. And unfortunately, what we have seen, something that has arisen in the last couple of years, we saw it after the 2000 election, we saw it after the 2004 election, and we saw it after the 2016 election, is in that case, Democrats questioned the legitimacy of the election results
I don't think that's healthy. I don't think it was healthy what happened after 2020 either. So what I want is everybody to know what the law is, have confidence in our election systems. We have free, fair elections. My attitude's always been it should be easy to vote, but hard to cheat. I think that's a bipartisan issue. I think broadly most Virginians agree with that.